Very warm welcome to all of you, all the ladies sitting in front of us. Well, we are on the eve of the International Day for Women in Maritime. The actual day is the 18th of May, that is tomorrow, which is a Sunday, and that's the reason we are celebrating this occasion on the eve of the actual occasion. I'm just going to give you all a very short brief about a career in merchant shipping. Now, as you can see, many of you will be knowing the sea has been used as a mode of transportation for men, material and goods for a very long time, since time immemorial. In the good old days, you would see the ships which would look something like this. You know, the ships had sails. They were like huge bed sheets, and the ships would move with the power of the air, the wind. The wind would blow the sails, and the seafarers were trained to move the sails in the direction of the wind so that the ships could go ahead. Over a period of time, my father was a seafarer. I come from a family of seafarers, and I'm sure many of you, being from Salsate, would also be having seafarers in your family. Maybe your fathers, your grandfathers, your brothers, your husbands, and so on. My father used to tell me, once upon a time, when he was young, they would say to him, if you don't study, if you don't go to school, what are you going to do? Going to go and work on the ships? That was the scene maybe 50 or 60 years back. Today it is not the same. Because the ships today are equipped with modern equipment, gadgets, and the people who are working on the ship are highly trained, highly skilled and highly knowledgeable people. And that's the reason, this is the reason why the importance of maritime training has come into being. Basically have three departments: the deck department, the engine department, and the saloon department. These are the three different departments in which people decide to make a career in shipping. There are two levels of persons required in this department. Level 1 are called the officers. They could be the engineering officers or the navigating or the nautical officers. And the second level are called ratings. Ratings could be the people working on the deck or in the engine or in the saloon, the catering department. You know this person? No, I'm not talking about the MLA, he's the captain. Captain is a person who is responsible for the entire ship, the cargo and its crew. A captain is a person who is the boss on the ship, and he is the one who takes care of the entire ship. He is responsible for the people working on the ship, the cargo that he is carrying on the ship, and the ship by itself. There are many institutes in the entire country which conduct different courses. It could be in the deck department, in the engine department, training for ratings, or various safety courses which are required to make a career in the shipping industry. And these institutes which conduct these courses have to be recognized by DGS. DGS is Director General of Shipping. Like how in Goa we have the Goa board. All the rules pertaining to schools are framed by a board. So similarly we have something called as Director General of Shipping. And Director General of Shipping is the body which is responsible for framing the rules and the policies for the entire maritime industry in India. There could be hundreds of institutes, but does not mean that all these institutes are recognized by the Director General of Shipping. Just like how we have universities and colleges, some which might not be recognized. Similarly, in maritime training also there could be institutes which are not recognized. So you can see there, you can see down here, there's a website, a web address which is mentioned there. This is the place where you can go and check if the institute, whichever you choose to do your training, is recognized by the Director General of Shipping or not. So please make sure, if at all in future any of you or somebody whom you all know decides to do a training in any of the institutes in the country, make sure you all check whether the institute is recognized or not. If you do your training, you spend money, you do your hard work, you spend your time, and at the end of the day, if you find out that your institute is not recognized by DG Shipping, first of all, your certificate will not be valid, you might not be eligible to get the Indian CDC, which is required to work on a ship, and finally, you might not be able to even gain employment in the shipping industry.
and whom we are here to celebrate and to show Goa that we are celebrating International Women at Maritime, which is tomorrow. So firstly, I would like to thank the participants of this eve celebration. I think let's give a round of applause for these women, for this young youth who have come here and shown interest. Shipping is generally been considered and has been considered as a predominated men's world. But lately, if you see, the trend is changing. Women empowerment and encouraging women to join into the mainstream of shipping is what everyone is promoting, is what everyone wants and talks and promotes and educates gender equality across all streams, whether on the ship or whether on the shore. Today, as we celebrate and mark the occasion of International Women in Maritime, the message is we would want you women to think of joining the shipping industry. And when I say of joining shipping industry, it doesn't only mean joining as sailing staff, means becoming a captain, a chief engineer, right up to the ratings. It's not only that, that is not only the shipping world. All those children who do commerce can join the ship management companies who run the ships from the shore, does all the back end work. All those who do arts can be part of the management shore based, all clerical jobs that happen. All those that they do BBA, HR management courses, MBAs, can be part of the recruitment process of the shipping industry. Engineers, naval architects, all of these kind of ranks can get absorbed into shipbuilding, ship designing. So shipping doesn't only mean the mainstream sailings of ships. Shipping also means right from designing ships, shipbuilding, sailing of ships, management of ships, supply to the ships, and finally chartering those ships. And at the end, the ship has to finally, after a period of certain years, go to a scrapyard where again scrapping of ship is another separate industry by itself. So now bringing an exposure into shipping is what is the main reason of promoting and getting all the youth here today. Why do we educate ourselves? Why do we do commerce? Why do we do arts? Why do we do vocational? Because we want to get a good job. And by getting a good job, we together would want to have a family and we would want to have a nice sustainable life, correct? Now when there are hardships in getting jobs, then the regular jobs on shore, here comes shipping. And this is a huge horizon for you women, for the youth of today to come and join shipping. The world is changing. The management companies, the owners are investing to ensure that women are safe. All facilities on board are being made to make sure that we have women staff and we have women sailors on the ship. So today, being coming from the shipping background, I am proud and honored to be here at the Nusi Academy and having this program organized where Goa is watching us. And we would want the talents of the young women in Goa to take shipping as a career. I shall always be instrumental to ensure and to advocate shipping to our Goan students, to our Goan women, our Goan youth, and to everyone out who is in touch with me out in this community. Taking this step ahead, being today as a local legislator of the Benaulim constituency, let's spread the word. Whoever needs help, whether it is your female friends or whether it is your male friends, anyone out here is interested in joining shipping can always contact the Nusi Academy, can always come to our office we will guide you how to pursue this career. And I think having experience of shipping for good 19 years, I can say and I can vouch that shipping is one of the most disciplined profession. It gives you a good earning. It makes you feel how responsible you can be for yourself. As you see all these young cadets, well dressed, uniform, they iron their clothes, they wash their clothes, they do everything for themselves. Life starts early morning and ends in the evening once the work is done. It's a very disciplined life. It makes you with good principles, it builds you with good principles. At the same time, the salaries are very lucrative because you stay away from your families. And yes, that is the reason today shipping is flourishing. And one thing to keep in mind, we all came through COVID. Everything stopped. But one thing that did not stop was shipping. The ships kept going, the trade continued, and because the trade continued, we all could get the required resources which come through this trade. So saying this, we wish all the young women out here, and through you, we send a message to Goa that we are proud to be seafarers. We shall be promoting seafaring community, and we would want the women to join the mainstream of shipping. Wish you all an International Women Maritime Day. Thank you.
Opportunity for coming here and explaining to us how shipping works. I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't know how actually it works, and I'm really grateful that I have been a part of this. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. Today when I got a call and they said that there is a small visit to this place, I was very excited. Excited moreover because every time I pass this side, I used to always wonder what's happening inside. So thank you, sir. Thank you for organizing this kind of a trip. And the management, you all have explained the insights of the careers that are available here. And I'm a teacher by profession, so now I can, confidently guide my students through because I'm a high secondary teacher. So many of our CRM students where we have girls coming. So we can guide them through because everybody has this small thing that, catering management, meaning the next thing they want to go on the ship, but they want to only get into catering line. So there's a huge scope out here. And thank you so beautifully you all have explained, and the way you all explained the parts of the ship and that was very informative. Thank you. In Maritime, happy International